Hi, I'm Kara O, and today is another edition of Lip Smack and Love. We're going to talk about your love muscle. This is a really, really important part of enjoying sex more, but there are also quite a few other benefits to this. Basically, your love muscle is what they commonly call your PC muscle. It's the pubococcygeus muscle, and it can weaken over time. For a woman, I'm not sure. I think it's the same for men, but I'm not sure. It's not really important. But for women, there's underneath everything, like between your legs, holding everything up. Well, it's not between your legs, but down in there. It's holding up all your female organs, and it's like a hammock. And with time, gravity, it just gets weaker and weaker and weaker, and stuff starts dropping, and pressure gets pushed on things. And then in no time, it's amazing sometimes how young women have this. When you sneeze, you cough, you laugh hard, you run, you jump, and you pee in your pants a little bit, that means that your PC muscle is getting weak. So what is the matter with that? Because it only happens occasionally. Well, if you let it go long enough, and it's already happening when you're fairly young, you will end up in diapers. Sorry, that's pretty much what's going to happen. So whatever age you are right now, start doing your PC muscle exercises, which are called Kegels. Now, why would you want to do this? Do you really care that much when you're young and you're, like, no way am I going to end up in diapers someday? Maybe that's not enough motivation. How's this? If you do PC muscles regularly, and I'll tell you how to do them and how often, you will have stronger orgasms. You will be able to have an orgasm more easily and more quickly, more powerfully, and they're going to feel better. You're going to feel them more powerfully throughout your body, which is one of the great things about women. We feel it more in our body because so much of all of that part of our clitoris is inside our body. So we really have a very full experience compared to men, which is all on the outside. So men need to be doing these as well. It's not talked about as much for men, but for the same reason with incontinence, men end up in diapers too. You don't want that. But for men, you will be able to have more control over your orgasm. You'll be able to postpone ejaculating for a longer period of time. And I know a lot of men want that. This whole thing of premature ejaculation, like it's a disease or something. No, it's just you ejaculate sooner than you want, or sooner than your partner wants. It may be fine with you, but she's always asking you to wait. So if you do PC exercises, these Kegel exercises, you will be able to have more control over postponing your orgasm and when you ejaculate. And according to the articles, you can look it up on Google, you can have a more powerful ejaculation. I'm not sure why you'd want that, although a woman can feel when that happens. So I guess if you're, have that shooting out harder, I don't know. It's not ever been a big deal to me, but it could be for somebody else. So I do know something about on the internet. I'm always getting these little funny emails like I'm a guy, and that's one of the things you're going to be able to have more powerful ejaculations. So whatever, you will if you do your PC muscles. So another reason to do them is, according to the internet for the guys, is you will be able to hold up a wet towel on your firm erections. Oh God, who knows? Anyway, that's what it said in the article. So something to look forward to. Okay, how do you do how do you do your Kegel exercises? For one thing, you have to find your Kegel muscles, your PC muscles. And the way to do that is to, next time you're urinating, stop in the middle of your stream. That's your PC muscle. You tighten it, and you'll stop urinating. Okay, so to do the exercise, and you don't want to be working those stomach muscles. You need to isolate just that muscle so that that's the only thing that's tightening. And the way to do your Kegels is you tighten for 5 seconds and you loosen for 5 seconds. And you tighten for 5 seconds and loosen for 5 seconds. And they say to do that 10 times twice a day. I don't know if that's enough, because when I did that, it wasn't enough. For me, I do 15 minutes minimum in the morning when I read for a little bit in the morning, and I read for a little bit at night. And while I'm doing that, rather than counting, which is pretty boring, I just kind of, have a rhythm, and while I'm reading, I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. What do you think of that? See, you can do it anywhere, anytime, and nobody knows you're doing it. And I just thought of it. I have a friend who can actually do PC muscles and give herself an orgasm. So for her, somebody might notice. Somebody might notice. I can get it to where it's pretty tight and it feels pretty good, but I can't take myself all the way to orgasm. But you will notice as you start doing it and as you strengthen these muscles, you will notice more pleasant sensations going on when you do your Kegels. So that'll be how you'll know it's working. And when you find that you can more easily cut off your stream of urine in the middle of peeing, that's how you know it's working. So there's lots of good reasons to do this, but if the motivation is to have better, stronger orgasms and have more control over your when you have an orgasm and when you ejaculate for you guys, is that motivation or not? So on the Find the Love page, I'm going to put a link to pictures so that women can see where these muscles are. And then I would recommend that you do a Google search for Kegel exercises, and you can learn more. I have an article on Alive with Love, and I will put a link to that as well. This is extremely important for your sexual well-being and for later on so that you don't end up in diapers. We do not want that. But focus on the orgasms. So, wishing you lots of lip smack and love. I'm Kara O. Mwah.